Do you want to know how to create 3D sketches? I will show you how to do it with CATIA on the 3D Experience platform. Hi, my name is András Stojanovic, I'm a creative design consultant. Let's roll the ball.
As a start, I place the blueprints for my 3D sketch as a reference. I show how to do this in my previous video. If you missed it and need some help with blueprint placing, then check out the tutorial in the top right corner. Okay, so let's continue. I will select the Natural Sketch application in the compass menu on the top left. If you are not sure in which app environment you are, you can always check it next to the compass icon. In Natural Sketch, I can display my modeling content by the classical CATIA scene tree or with the Layers panel. It is easy to switch between these just by clicking on the icons. To better organize my 3D structure, I'm going to create a new folder in the Layers panel, and then rename it by simply double-clicking on the title. For my 3D sketch, let's add a new layer. To toggle between hide or show, just simply click on the eye located on the left of the layers or folders. The next step will be defining my sketch support in the navigation panel. Under the support type section, we can choose between 4 options. Let's start with the first one, on plane. Under the sketch tab, after activating the plane selection function, I will select the pencil. To emphasize the artistic nature of our 3D sketch, I highly recommend using a drawing tablet, but of course you can also sketch with the mouse. With the sliders in the navigation panel, we can adjust the opacity and thickness of the brush. We can do this also by just hitting the C key on the keyboard and dragging with the stylus. If you are not sure how to use your drawing tablet on the 3D Experience platform, you can check out my tutorial by clicking on the thumbnail. Okay, now we are ready to sketch our first curves. I want to define the top of the helmet with smooth and consistent curves. For this I will use the ruler next to the pencil icon. This feature will enable me to create precise, uniform curve results. After that I will define the area by the ears. For this, I will drag my support plane through the center point in the normal direction, just like I moved the blueprints in my previous video. I will use the ruler function again to sketch a regular circle. After that, let's click on the transformation icon, which allows me to fine-tune my sketch curves later on. By clicking and dragging on the corners, I will adjust a bit the proportions. And if the bounding box around the curve is off-grid, we can switch the orientation mode with right-click. Under the transformation icon, I will choose now the linear extrusion function. With this I can give volumes to my sketch, and in the same step I can also transform my extrusion. Because the helmet is symmetrical, it makes sense to create a linked mirror. In the navigation panel under the visualization section, just check the box for symmetry and symmetry plane. Once these boxes are activated, the symmetry plane appears and we can adjust it in the 3D space. For rotating it, I just simply move it around by dragging the edges of the plane with the stylus. This allows to create a perfect symmetrical design with ease. Now I want to show you how to create trace curves. Under the Traces tab, I select Plane Selection to define my sketch support. As a reference, I use the front view and then I move the sketch support to the needed position. I can select now the trace function and start with the sketching. If I'm not satisfied with the first shot, with Ctrl+Z I can undo and try again. With right-click on the trace curve, I can determine the number of the control points and using these points fine-tune my curve in a more precise way. I will define now a 3D curve based on 2 different views by drawing 2 curves and combine them. To achieve this, let's change the support type from on-plane to on-screen plane. And with the trace function, I will sketch my first curve from the side view, then switch to the trace over function and sketch the second curve from the front view. As a result, a 3D curve is automatically generated that bends in space. So basically, these are the fundamentals of 3D sketching in Natural Sketch on the 3D Experience platform. With these basic functions, you can easily create your own 3D sketches to understand better the object before you start with modeling. Have fun with it!
I hope this tutorial encouraged you to try out 3D sketching with CATIA. I personally use it a lot to explore new ideas or to understand the object before 3D modeling. If you have some questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video and you are excited for the next step where I will start to model the surfaces for the helmet. Thank you for tuning in, see you next time, bye!